Hello everyone. How are we doing today? I hope we're all having a great day, guys. It is a beautiful, beautiful Saturday morning, or late morning, early afternoon, getting there. I hope you're all having a great day. Let's go ahead and get into some StarCraft. What do you guys think? Don't mind me, my allergies have been very rough today, so you go away. Thank you. Yeah, allergies have been absolutely kicking me in the rear end today, so I hope we're all having a great day. Oh, man. It feels good to have a little bit of StarCraft 2 in our life again. It feels like it's been forever. I mean, yeah, when was the last time we did a StarCraft 2 event? Wasn't it like early August? Because of CS LAN? Sounds about right. Oh, man, but we are so back. We had a good bracket here, guys. We got, what do we got? 6 people. Not our biggest tournament, but I think we got 6 really fun people. Who would have thought that cleaning kicks up a bunch of dust and then kills your asthma? What a weird thing. What a weird thing to learn. That cleaning ends up causing you to have issues. Someone should study this. Oh man, guys, we got some good games lined up. We are currently just waiting for one of our players. And yeah, should be able to get this show on the road. All right. Let's see. Let me pull up the bracket here. We can take a quick gander at that. Nice. We have Mr. L, the hero of Passioncraft. Medic, another American hero. Inexorable classic set, another classic around here. Toss Terror and Merrick. These guys come around once in a while. They are a lot of fun to have around. So we'll see how they do. I'm kind of curious to see. But yeah, like I said, simple bracket. It's going to be a good time, though, I think. All right. Just got to wait on these guys to send me a lobby link. Hey, you guys doing videos? Reach out and get some info. Yep, almost done. Perfect. Guys, we will have a game here in just a minute. What do I need? I need this. There's something else I needed to check here, I think, for you guys. I don't remember what it was. Huh. Why you no work? Oh, my scene's gone. That's the issue. Huh. Well, we'll figure that out as we go, I guess. Well, alright, guys. We're going to get getting into the game here, so should actually have this ready by the time we get there. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties. We've been changing some things around here. Trying to make it a little bit cleaner, a little bit better. But sometimes the best laid plans of mice and men often go awry. But without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and get into game number 1 of our first series of the day. Would probably help if I put it on my stream deck. But that sounds like a future me problem. There we go. Let's get some game sounds in here too. That StarCraft's so loud. Alright, guys. Spawning here. We have in the top left of pylon, we have Medic Jr. And in the bottom right, guys, we have Mr. L. Observing on a new keyboard also feels weird. Nothing's like where I remember it from my last casting, so everything's like, Alright. Goes for the wall off here. Nice, nice. Oh, sad probe can't get in. Oh. He's going to try and zap at the SCV, but Medic Man over here, the junior medic, is paying attention. Factory down. Only 3 total SCVs on gas between both of them. Between both refineries, I should say. Brosh is going to go ahead and drop a Nexus. Get our core going. You know, simple but greedy. We love to see it. The real trick is you don't know what Terran's up to, right? You don't know if this is an all-in. You don't know if he's just playing safe. You don't really know what's about to happen. So for Mr. L, this could be a little dangerous. We are holding the watchtower just fine. First Reaper is going to get pushed back here. Alright. Second Reaper Hellion here, so we're going to go ahead and see if we can't be a little bit aggressive, pick off some probes, it seems. Get that early game damage. 1 Stalker and a battery. There's also not that many probes. Second Stalker shows up. Whoops. We actually bounced our Reapers out of the way. Oh. Probes taking down Hellions is always a scary thing. Oh, no. Not a great trade. Oh. Widow Meme's gonna grab. Oh, scouting probe. Nice. Aw. They're rode right next to each other. How cute. Alright, mine drop time. Their Nexus coming up here at 4 minutes. Nice. Nice and quick. Alright. Adding on additional barracks here, so we're going to go up to 3, then probably up to 5. Here comes the memes. Indecision is an insidious killer. The medevac will make it out. We do have a lot of disrupted mining time. Which I don't even have a numpad anymore, so I can't actually properly show the lost mining time. Huh. Should have thought about that one. before getting a nice keyboard from our sponsor, Razer. Got him, chat. All right, Blinkstalker's thinking about coming in. Take a little bit, just shield damage, so wasn't too bad. More gates coming on up here. Templar Archives. There's the Robo. So we are getting our Robo finally. Getting it super late. Putting on our gateways and adding on additional bases first. Allowing us to be nice and greedy. Alright. Raven sneaking out. Let's see what it can get done with its little turrets. There's no batteries here, so. Double turret in the mineral line as it's getting pulled, I'm not convinced about, but I mean, 4 kills is something. Alright, we grabbed these guys without even hitting the stim button, because it was still finishing. Alright, Storm researching. Oh, Mr. L knows that the patch isn't live yet. We are playing on the official version, not the PTR, so. Oh, the High Templar get targeted down by the tanks. Oh, yeah, there's a Storm. Oh, man. I don't see the issue with Storm, guys. I think we should make it stronger. Honestly, if anything else, we should make it stronger. Giving our guys some free storms with our energy recharge. Double drop going out from the army. Gonna try and get some damage done in the main. Protoss with a little bit of a death ball here. Jimmy's gonna find it. Go, ooh, army. There's nothing here. We try and cautiously drop in the corner, realize there's gateways there. Go, well, guess we're spotted. Alright. Alright. Medic, please. He is trying to fight over here as well, but he's going to get turned around because there was just Archon Storm here. Alright, that's a little bit of bio. Oh! Oh, it just survives. It won't survive much longer, though. Yep, bye, Medivacs. Big Daddy Immortal's here to pretend that he's helping. Get one more Stalker for our trouble, and then... Oh, that's all, folks. Protoss really playing a nice, efficient game so far. Alright, upgrade finishing. 1-1 here for Medic. Mr. L not... Does he even have a forge? We're getting class errand. Oh, there it is. Yep. Just now getting +1. Oh, he was fishing for that storm. Are we going to jump down, grab the Liberator? High Templar's actually going to make it back? What? No. Oh, he's got the Nova soundtrack, or the Nova voice pack. Oh, that one of mine goes right into the army. The Ghost, way out of position. They're going to get riggedy wrecked. Bio streaming in from the front, but we have 2 Colossi and 1 Viking. Terran is going to have to hide. Zealot run by coming in. This is probably going to be game. We lost that fight, now we're going to do this. We have no way of dealing with these Zealots at this moment. Other than the fact that they're stupid. Yeah. Army just says, alright, cool. You hit him from the right, you hit him from the left. Alright. Yeah, the Protoss army's just gonna roll through here. Kills the 3rd. Gonna wait. Get a second to regroup. And he's just gonna go ahead and send it on in. Oh, the mines. The mines are about what Terran could hope for. But I mean, we're pulling boys into Storm and Colossi and Archons. You know we're in a... It's not gonna go great. GG. Mr. L takes game number 1. Protoss Magic. Ooh. Man, yeah, I think Protoss needs a nerf. That's what this game told me. All right, game number 2 coming on up. Guys. Why do so many people just schedule things over each other? Like, I don't get it. I don't get the mindset. I just genuinely don't get the mindset. Like, what? Why do you schedule? Oh, I'm going to be doing this tournament, so I'm going to schedule all these games over. It's like, well, no, you shouldn't do that probably. Alright. Let's see here. Need to see if this is written down. Okay, there we go. We posted the lobby link before one of the guys was back in the lobby. Like, oh, why isn't he joining? It's like, oh, you didn't actually see the chat. right, here we go. Game number 2. Oh, I still haven't set that up. There we go. All right, guys, here we go. In the bottom left-hand side, guys, give it up for Medic Jr. And in the top left, up a point. Can he close it out with a nice 2-0, or are we going to bring it to game number 3? Give it up for Mr. L. Mr. L taking the W, of course, so good for him. Persephone 2-player map, vertical, like vertically split. The vertical map, the symmetry is horizontal, I guess. You know, there's some fancy words or something for that. All right. Let's see what the plan is. Once again, going for the quick wall off instead of a quick command center. So if you go for a quick command center, you don't actually need this depot because this will finish in time for you to have the supply. So anytime you see that second depot, you know they're not going to be expanding for a minute. Once again, we just go Nexus before core. That is the perfect match for this build. So, yo, you're playing super safe. Gonna play super greedy. And I have a feeling Medic has been cheesed one too many times by a Protoss on the ladder. All right. Reaper going out. All right, Cyber Core finishes. Let's see. We're going to get into gas. Let's see what tech he goes for first. Are we going to push down the Templar side like he did last time, or? Yes, we are. Twilight Council comes on up. Yeah, once again, we're playing cars and Reapers. Reaper Hellion, always a fun little opener, but last game he got nothing done with it. He killed 3 probes for everything. So hopefully this game he gets a little bit more damage done for his sake. All right, here we come. The Hellion runs in first. He's gonna just get surrounded. Where are the Reapers? They went into the main. Well, when I said it needed to go better, this is the opposite of better, actually. This is significantly worse. And that just means our boy Medic here is gonna be in a world of hurt. Alright, Blink's going to be done here in a little bit. Wouldn't mind drop. So we are just doing the same thing as last game, but so far it's not looking better. Let's see. You're going to see it coming in. Good job forcing the retargeting. Ooh. Alright, this time we're actually just going to get out. We saved the mines. We boop 1 probe, and then we just get out. Took a lot of damage on the mines, but it's not too bad. Both of them still thinking about that drop from time to time. Warp Prism going out. All right, looks like we want to put on some pressure. Maybe blink into the natural or the main from the third. Yeah, we got an observer here and everything. There is a Raven that's just vibing. Like, oh, I could see that. I don't want to, but I could. Mr. L moving the observer closer just to taunt him. Like, huh? You want it? All right, well, we trade an observer for a Raven. That is what we call the art of the deal. Oh, Prism. Prism, please. All right, we sacrifice the Prism, but we get the bunker. In fact, we might not even sacrifice the Prism. It looks like it survived. Oh, we jump on the tank. Yeah. Prism is here. Yeah. We got the Raven, the only tank. We're picking off a bunch of Marines here. We broke the bunker, forcing that to be rebuilt. The Widowmine drop had to come home. Not sure if that was an F2 or just we need a medevac real quick. Both of which are valid options. Meanwhile, we're just getting our tech, getting our storm, dropping a lot more gates. Thinking about going back in. Oh, mine's on Burrow. All right, +1 and concussive shells are about to finish. And with that, Terran is in a rough spot, but not out yet. We are on 3 CCs. We scanned to see Protoss is only on 3 bases. Big stim push out here. We're going to grab a few of those stalkers. All right. Who notices first that we're flying past the Prism? Looks like Mr. L will be the one who notices. So now he knows about the drop. And he remembers that he has a Prism. So he can use that. Big Zealot warp in. Oh, we did a big recall here. Yeah, this is going to be a one-way trip for our bio boys. The Zealots did not do a whole lot here. And we'll be able to grab the Prism too. I think Mr. L could have been a little bit more in position to handle that drop, but overall, I think that's about the best we could have hoped for. All right, Stalker Zealot, High Templar. He's going to need to do something. This isn't exactly the best of comps. Especially against Terran Bio, this comp is going to fall off very quickly once Ghosts hit the field. And they are coming 2 at a time. In fact, there is one in there. EMP goes down, hits the middle of the army, but nothing actually you want to EMP. Because you want to EMP the Archon, you want to EMP the High Templars. But there's a reason this army comp works for a little bit. Without those EMPs, this is a very dangerous comp. Oh, Ninja Man from the back. Taking down a lot of energy, but not all of it. That's a little early for 4th base, a little hopeful. Protoss dropping another expand. Oh, he's also dropping the rocks over here. Alright, Zoning Storm will deal with the bio coming in from the side. Those left over from the earlier fight. And there's just nothing here. 100 supplies somewhere. Probably still all in the barracks. Still, you know, eating their Cheetos and putting their pants on. Not a whole lot out here on the front lines to actually do something. I love the Viking edition, but there's no Colossi yet, you know? Also, this Zealot being here still shows that Mr. L does not F2. Which I think is the most important thing for a Protoss player, is to not F2. Very easy to do. Oh, we gotta lift the CC to get everything out of there so we can take a decent fight, but then we get stormed. So there's no such thing as a decent fight. We're dropping snipes here on Zealots. And here we go, we broke the third base again, just like last game. There is this base here. If this was mining, Medic would be in such a decent spot. But as it stands, this base is going to get found by the Zealots. Setting up for run by. Army is going to get recalled out of here while he's dealing with this. Yeah, but if this was mining the whole time, I think this would be a lot better for Medic. Oh, mules, mules, mules. Oh, no. Just too late. All right. Whoa, now that's the EMP you need. That's the EMP dreams are made of. Alright, but in the end, the storms are good, the reinforcements are good for Protoss. We're going to try and chase down a couple of medevacs here. There's nothing here. We're still rebuilding the third. So yeah, we can just grab all these medevacs real quick and go home. Terran really has no way of contesting that. Protoss making sure to take another base. He's going to take another one. He's just mass expanding. He's like, you know what? I've got the money. I honestly like the mass expansion idea. Oh, that's so many ghosts. The problem is he's kind of hit the point where his army sucks. And this is what I was saying earlier, right? Is you got to get something done while this comp is good. Because eventually it just falls off. Like you EMP, EMP Storm, or EMP Stim, and yeah, Protoss can do nothing. Protoss Deathball sharking around. Bunch of SCVs long distance mining. Whoops, found the base. We will cancel it in the nick of time. Protoss figures that a base trade is the best option here. And I'm catching a medevac and some Marines as they come out. That's always nice. The problem with a base trade is that Protoss has a lot more base to trade than Terran does, you know? Like, you should never base trade a Terran, right? Is always the rule of thumb, but when you're up so many bases, I don't think it matters. Because you can just warp in storms, baby. GG! That's warp and storm is, in fact, still good. All right. GG's. That does mean Mr. L is moving on into the semifinals. And with that, he'll be going against Toss Tear. Inexorable and Set still playing. It looks like winner will go against Merrick. Third place, then the finals. All right. Well. Versus the 5. Oh, cast. All right, guys. We're going to give them a couple minutes here to do vetoes. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. right, our players, they have figured out their maps. Oh, at least they should have. They said they were getting ready, so we're so back. Unlike a sleepy puppy over there. Would you believe that she's been sleeping all day? With how well she's sleeping over there? Look at her. She's just done. You'd think she'd just clean the house instead of me. Yeah. There we go. All right, guys, we got our lobby. Best of 5, guys. This is a semi-final. This is where the real drama begins. The winner of it gets put into the finals. Guaranteed money. The loser has to fight for just a couple bucks in the third place match. Who's going up? Who's going down? I guess there's only one way to find out, and that is a mirror PvP matchup between our 2 players. Wow, I actually timed that out perfectly that time. Come on. There we go. Spawning here in the top right-hand side of late lines, guys. With the pink probes, give it up for Toss Tear. Bottom left, guys. You just watched him win. He's got the easy tools. You know him, you love him. It's Mr. L. Oh. I was hoping for just a moment that we might get another graph. You know, we can always hope for more graph in our games. But no, it's just a normal scout. Could have been cannons, chat. We were on the verge of cannons. Little cheeky pylon. It's going to help him figure out what comes out of the gates. Also forces Toss to put the gates where Mr. L wants him to be. Ah, you tried to block it. Nope. Although this is the gap you generally want anyways. If you're doing a 2-gate wall, you want your gap somewhere where your probes can easily get in and out. So if oracles come in, right, you can just grab them all and kind of send them down. So you want this to be easy. Oh, look at that. The 20-year spray. Nice. Oh, versus the toast. I feel like the 20-year spray is a bit of a flex. Like, we get it. You were playing before COVID. All right. Stalker Sentry on both sides. Love to see it. All right. Mr. L makes it look like he's going to expand. Toss is going to go ahead and just drop a blocking pylon to make sure. Mr. L does not repay the favor. All right, probes going past each other. Double Stalker coming out now. Single Stalker and a Nexus. Nexi don't attack, last I checked. I will double check, but last I knew, they will not attack, so I don't think we have to worry about that. All right. First tech structure down. It is a Twilight count. So, never mind. It's a lot later. Mr. L, I guess, yeah, by skipping his Nexus, he got his tech a lot quicker. Toss with a good scouting pylon. Twilight into Robo. If I had to guess, it's going to be Blink Stalkers. I know, crazy concept. But I have a strong feeling. Ooh. Invisible Men. Alright. The problem is we are going Robo here, so we can get observers. And theoretically, we will have an observer when the DT shows up. Of course, it doesn't have to be in the right spot. The observer could be way the heck over there or something. But as of right now, it looks like Toss Tear here with the perfect build order counter. Ah, Depths got warped in here. That's what happened. Alright, you'll see the Dark Shrine. I actually should have already with the Adepts, but he's now going to get full confirmation. Invisible Men that haven't warped in. They are not going for it yet, though. That might just be the right call. You know it's been scouted, so going for it's quite crazy, actually. Well, never mind. You can do it anyways. Protoss mindset never changes, and it's beautiful. Alright, we're starting charging +1. Alright, as opposed to Toss, who's going for a third base. A little ahead in supply, but that is a decent amount of army, actually. Adepts hunting around, seeing if they can pick off anything real quick, but not really anything for them to grab. Mr. L, once again, going to try and get some damage done, but he's bringing in a bunch of Stalkers to help, it looks like. Depths are just going to walk into the main. Hello, we live here now. Another 3 approach for another 2 Adepts. That is the break-even point, so. Oh. Alright, this is what we call just crazy. Yeah, that was a little crazy. That's for sure. Charge for Mr. L finishing, +1 for our boy Toss Tear here finishing. I hate these skins. Immortals just look like Stalkers, and it's so hard to tell. Now imagine trying to blink into that, and you're like, how many Immortals does he have? 1, 2, 3? The difference between 1 and 3 Immortals is a lot of dead Stalkers. So if you misjudge that blink in, yeah, it's over. Alright. Hallucinated Phoenix was not long for this world. Archon's coming on up on both sides. Both players getting +2. Charge just now finishing up for Toss Tear here. This pylon still hasn't been seen, so Mr. L's just going to warp in another DT and try and get some damage done on this Nexus as it finishes. Alright, Phoenix will get a full scout. Nice. Pylon is finally dead. This one's still going strong, though. Toss can warp in more adepts anytime he sees fit. Alright, take down the rocks. We want a nice big engagement here, or at least the potential for one. Hallucinated warp prisms. Gonna miss the army by just inches. What's funny is that was a real one. It might have actually gotten some damage done because the entire army's here. So we would have had to wait for a recall. But as it stands, Robo's not even done for Mr. L. Bad news, though, it doesn't look like Tosser is going to give him a chance. There's just so much army here. There's 5 Immortals in the back line. Zealots run into the natural, seeing if they can get some extra work done while the armies fight. And those Immortals, while derping, every time they shoot, things are dying. Alright, there is a DT here. And sure, you know, we might have to run away from the DT because we don't have an observer for some reason. Yeah, it's just coming out. The other one must have died. But 31 workers killed. We've eviscerated the main. The natural is low. The third base is dead. And its boys are long distance mining. Yeah. Mr. L does the same thing I did. He looks over and goes, yeah, that's not happening. GG. GG's indeed. Very well played first game. He had some great ideas, and unfortunately, Toss Terror was just a little too ready for him. All right. Mr. L requesting a 2-minute break real quick. You can't control when the bathroom hits. Tolly. Looking at my puppies who like to poop. Not always outside. There's a lobby. Remember, guys, stretching is important when you're going to sit at your desk for a while. So if you're planning on sitting here and watching, make sure you're getting your stretches in. It helps a lot. All right. All right, guys, we're going to let Mr. L take his 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. guys, we are back. Looks like they have returned. So we will go ahead and get into game number 2 here between Tostair and Mr. L here. Yeah, fun little PvP, nothing wrong with that. So let's go ahead and hop right on into it. There we go. Spawning into the top right-hand side, guys. Up a point. See, maybe he's going to try and take it home in a 3-0, but I don't think he can. Let's see what he can do. Give it up for Tostair. And in the bottom right, this man putting up one hell of a fight. Lots of fun ideas. Let's see if he can't make one of them work this time. It is Mr. L. Once again, you should just drop the forge. Forge, you know, and then you come up here and you do like a pylon, cannon, gateway, or whatever. You know, maybe you do like 3 pylons here. Put your cannon here. There's options, right? You absolutely can be a degenerate. It's PvP. It's meant to be a degenerate matchup. Oh, gateway blocked. And now you don't have a wall. That's unfortunate. You're gonna have to go Cybercore over here. Now you have this really weird wall. You have a wall, but it's weird. Hero approved. Yeah, look at the timing on the gate. God, getting it blocked like that hurts so much. I mean, granted, it still finishes up on time, as in with the Cybercore. So it's not too bad, but you can just start to see these delays starting to add up, you know? We're 2 minutes in and stuff like that. Stuff like that by itself doesn't change a game, but, you know, you get enough of those in one game, you're in a bad spot. Alright, he gets all the info he needs out of that pylon. Gonna go ahead and cancel it. Nexus already down and building. Alright, Stalker number 3 is here. Number 4 is coming. 5 just starts. You know, we're just not. We have triple sentry. What a based opener. Let's see the Twilight Council. Not much else to see, honestly. Gives a quick count of the stalkers, I guess. Come in here, confirm all of the sentries. Wow, that's a lot of sentries. With triple sentry, you get near infinite scouting, especially with recharge. So Tostair either going to play a very information-driven game, or he's going to have a lot of force fields. Alright. Looks like we might consider poking. We don't have blink. It's a fair... We have charge coming. Yeah, no blink. Our sentry gets targeted down while we're taking out the shield battery. Alright, if we can take out all 3 of these sentries and get out, it's not too bad. Yeah, that's actually not too bad. Alright. Little proxy gateway action. Alright, Stalker's pushing forward here. Remember, no blink. Blink just now starting. So there's no actual way for them to take a decent fight. If we look, Tostair already has blink. We're going to need the charge lots to do a lot of work here. Alright, we got the battery. The charge lots pop the barrier, so now the Stalkers can have a field day with the Immortal. Yeah, that's going to be it for that push. But grabbing one of those Immortals is huge. They don't take like super long to build, but he's not building any more of them. Well, alright. He is now that he listened. Now that I said it, of course. He's going to build more. Unironically, going Glaives is awesome. We do love a good Glaives build. Mr. L's going to send it. Alright. Another Immortal's down. There's but one in the back line. And with Blink, Tostair can really try and ruin the day here, Mr. L. Alright, but what do you do? That did not work. We're still on 2 bases. That felt like a bit of an all-in there. Trying to get some damage done. It didn't. It didn't get any amount of damage done that really matters. Alright, army's moving across. We sense an opportunity. One adept away, or one stalker away from being able to one-shot the adepts. These 4 zealots, they're gonna have to do their best. Forgive me, but I don't foresee. Oh, the force fields are so good. We have 4 zealots and 3 of them are trapped behind a force field and can't fight. I think that's about the best you can hope for. Warp and reinforcements deal with that stuff over there. Yeah, this isn't looking good, chat. Nexus down. The Adepts are just going to go straight for the mineral line. Oh, well, they're going to come back for the fight. With the Warpins, with everything there. It looks like we're just going to tap out for Mr. L, and Tostair takes game number 2. And now this is a best of 5, so they need to win at least one more game before they can take the series. But, I mean, Tostair's looking pretty good. Right, Tolly? She agrees with me. But you never know. We've seen reverse sweeps before in this tournament, so it's doable. All right. Looks like some replay reviews happening real quick while we wait. Sleepy puppy. Look at that. She acts like she's going to clean the house this afternoon. Aren't you, Tolly? Silly puppy. All right. There we go. All right. Where's Tostair go? Alright, just waiting on him to get here so we can set up another game. Yo, Javier. You know, that's a cool idea, you know? Clicking that link. Because what you can do is if you click that link, I can, once it loads over here, I can do it. You can always see, you know, people claiming codes, and you can just do, ta-da! Oh, no. Oh, did I already claim a code? Why can I not claim codes? Matrino works flawlessly every time. I had this here this morning, and I was like, I'll claim a code during the tournament. We have coupons. I don't know. Just hates me. Rip. Yeah, I don't know. All right, well. You should see a button here that says claim a code. As these people before you have. So I got nothing. Matrino hates me. I mean, they marked it as a best of 3. Come on, I literally said this at the beginning of the tournament. It's the best of 5. I mean, I guess expecting people to read, but such is life. All right. Wait for the toss tear to get back, and then we can go ahead and do game number 3. Yeah. They're just like, wait, it is a best of 5? It's like, yes, it always has been. And she's just out like a light. That's fine. It's not a CSL if people don't remember, or people don't forget that it's a best of 5, honestly. That's, you know, that's just kind of how these things go around here, it feels like. All right, here we go, guys. Game number 3. I mean, it's 2 Protoss players, so it really does come down to lack of reading ability because they are playing Protoss. Not much I can do about that. What I can do is get us into the game. All right, guys. Spawning here in the bottom left-hand side. 2-0. Can he take it in the sweep? Give it up for Tostair. And his opponent in the top left, talking about getting that reverse sweep. Give it up for Mr. L. Unfortunately, we're not going to see a cannon rush, I'm sure. Yeah. We can hope, but unfortunately Gref had to work, so no fun play today. Just real honest macro play. Alright, we're going to try for the mineral harass here because we're cool. Oh, can you block his gateway? No. Good try, but no. Alright, we have a whole friggin'... We let the whole army in right here. There's no blocking Adept Shades with this. Alright. Both going 2 gate. Obviously, that's a pretty good standard these days, although, you never know. There's people like Magnus who love his 1 gate expand, but he's also a little crazy. These guys, a little bit more sane. Let's see what the plan is. Ooh. A little bit of a hidden Stargate. Crouching Tiger, hidden Stargate. Double Adept, too. I like this a lot. Because like I was saying, there's no way to stop Shades here with a pylon like you normally would. Because normally this gate should be like... I think this pylon's misplaced. Because I think the gate should be like here, basically. And then the other one goes here. And then you have space for pylon. Alright, Lady's going across. Oracle spinning up. What are you going to drop here to block it? A 3rd gateway? Oh, he's going to put Twilight Council here so he can make like a little box. Yeah. Alright, Oracle gets out before the Phoenix gets here. Alright, he just barely clips the Stargate. The Adepts got in anyways while we were checking the scout. Bzz. There's 7 dead probes. And that's what we call a nice advantage. Alright. This probe just vibing. Don't worry about him. He's on his break. Alright, Blink coming on up here. Yeah, we're going to try again, but there's just a little too much stuff there. Oh, don't park there. Oh, you can't park there, mate. No. If we hadn't lost 7 probes, I might say that was 9 all said and done. But I wouldn't even considered it that bad if we hadn't lost that much, you know? We got the Oracle, we got the Adepts. Like 3 or 4 less probes, and we'd be cooking. Unfortunately, though, we did lose 9 total probes. And, yeah. So that's not the game we're playing. More depth shenanigans. So we accidentally find the army. Dang, good try. Going for the healing shrine to see if we can buy enough time. I like it. Didn't work. Alright. Stalker's hunting around here. But there's 3 immortals. You're not going to jump on this. Don't even pretend. Alright, we warp in a High Templar. Warp in another one. We're going to make him kiss. Alright, away we go. Yeah, we're going to try and pick off things on our way back, but Mr. L, yeah, we got 2 batteries on the way. He is hoping just to buy enough time. And the question is, did he? A hallucinated immortal I like. I like that a lot. Makes it seem like you know, you have Robotech, which means that can mean a lot of things. Oh, forgot to cancel the shade. Whoopsies. Now, if that happens 10 or 12 more times, Mr. L is absolutely going to be in a winning spot. He's down a little bit of army supply, but he's honestly not in that bad of a position, all things considered. He's still down a few workers. Tosster still has a few things up his sleeve. But as it stands currently, this is not the worst game for Mr. L. Alright, we send in the hallucinated Phoenix first. Oh, well, what are you up to up here? What am I looking at if I run in? The answer is nothing. Because all the stalkers are across the map. Alright. Just exchanging some shots over here. Archon Zealot storm out front. Alright, we got Disruptor tech here, guys. Disruptors are still in this game. Who would have thought after the last few patches? But they're still here. Yeah, everything Mr. L pokes in at just kind of gets pushed back, right? Kind of surprised we haven't gone for it yet. Keep selecting it. I can only assume that's F2. Both armies trickling in here. Disruptor shot goes forward, misses. This immortal here caught up by himself. Alright, that disruptor shot will get something, but these storms. Yeah, now suddenly we have to drop a recall. We lose our disruptors, 2 of them at least. And Mr. L's kind of looking good at that point. Oh, especially getting some zealots in over here to hit probes. Are you kidding? The problem is the adepts went in. And, yeah. Like, killing 4 probes is cool, but losing 16, much less so. These adepts are going to kill buildings. That's nuts. Oh, well, no. Belcher come and deal with him. He's really targeting down the Robo. He gets it. And he wants the Forge, too. Not going to get the Forge. God, there's just adepts everywhere. 24 adepts for 29 total probes. Alright, now that's some damage. Yeah, and I mean, at this point, it is Toss Tear's game. He just has to find a way to close it out. It was looking really good for Mr. L for a while. It's just these adepts have been disastrous for him. Oh. Oh, we're blinking down the disruptors. We blinked down the High Templar. It's casting Storm. Unfortunately, it's not a channeling ability, so it doesn't actually stop the storm. Alright, disruptor shot coming through. Oh. We're sending that Zealot back to Ire. Ooh, okay. We grabbed the Immortals. That's nice. But that's all we have. And depths up here. I mean, yeah. GG. Now that's a 3-0. Unfortunate for our boys. Mr. L looked actually really good in that last game. Fortunately, he just could not make it happen. Alright. GG's. Let's see if we can find the other semi. All right. We're going to go ahead and track down our next series. Oh, the Edge are going to run. So we'll go ahead and throw it to a break. Let the Edge run. Don't you worry. Don't you go anywhere. We still have at least the 3rd place in the finals, if not another semi. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. friends, we are back. And we are going straight into our third place. We're going to go ahead and check the bracket real quick here for you, so you guys can have an idea of what's going on here. Here we are. So obviously we covered Toss versus Mr. L. It looks like inexorable 3-1 Merrick. And now Mr. L and Merrick are going to fight it out. $10 on the line. And then after we do this, we will go into the finals for Toss Terror versus Inexorable. I think it's going to be, we got a couple of fun series ahead of us, guys. So I hope you're ready. Buckle up. Make sure you got your water in hand. Make sure you got your snacks, because this is where the fun truly begins. All right, well, the game took actually a bit longer to launch than I expected, so that one was not as perfectly timed out. But here we go. All right, spawning here in the top left-hand side, a pylon. The red probe to give it up for Mr. L. And continuing the Protoss Star League. The allegations we will never beat. In the bottom right, it's Merrick. All right. Probe scouts going out. We'll see what the thoughts are here. We obviously see Mr. L play a best of 5 PvP. We have not seen Merrick yet play a best of 5 PvP, so we'll see if he's gonna spice it up or if he's gonna keep it nice and standard, you know? Oh, hello. All right, well, that's just the mental victory right there. GG, go next. Like, he's already won. He killed the probe. All right. Mr. L, not realizing that he's just scouted something rather important, a pylon. He's like, wait a minute, wait a minute. Yep. All right, Robo coming on down. Oh, Merrick's a 3-gate Robo guy, isn't he? I have a feeling, I think I've heard him talked about as a 3-gate Robo guy. So, I guess we'll see. Mr. L, yeah, throwing down the safety battery. He's got to move it over to the side a little bit, but he knows what's coming. Guys who are good at 3-gate Robo are very dangerous, though. 3-gate Robo is actually a solid build. If you're looking for a PvP cheese, this is it. I'm telling you, it just works more often than not. Not every time, but more often than not. Although it might be a little bit weaker in this meta, all things considered, because of the energy overcharge on sentries, might be considered a little weaker. But I don't see the issue with it. I think it's a good build. There's third gateway. All right, here come the boys. I feel like you want to go sentry with this so you can have a hallucination, a flying hallucination, so you can hit the gateways from the low ground. I feel like that's really useful. Ooh, I like the adepts. Adepts are so good against immortals. It's kind of nuts. Oh, we're going for big elevator play. No way. We can just unpower the gateways immediately. Oh, no. Like, that was bad from Merrick in terms of, like, how it got played, but you now have a great minute ahead of you. Oh, especially because we canceled that. So you got, like, 20, 30 seconds where these gateways are just not going to do anything. And in that time, he's going to probably kill one. Or at least try. Alright, gateways are back online. That means Mr. L can start fighting again. Alright, another immortal coming through. I think he lost too much trying to get that pylon. Like, it was really cool and a really hype moment, but I think he lost just a little too much doing it. He's now supply block. 2 pylons finishing up here. Oh, we get an immortal. Bad juggling here on the part of Mr. L. It's funny because at the level of like 4K plus, right? Immortal juggling is just kind of something you expect from players. Like, it's crazy to think like the skill ceiling is just we expect people at this level to be able to immortal juggle very well, or at least be able to do it in general. We went straight into disruptors. Oh, that's nuts. 1 base ruppies. I guess it's not crazy when Merrick's also doing it. Alright, recall going forward. Bring the prism home. Alright, here we go. We're going bowling. Oh, okay, we take some damage there. Gonna take that disruptor. Alright. Ruppy Wars, here we go. What year is it? Oh. Oh, okay, never mind. Oh, mama. Well, Merrick wins the Disruptor Wars as of right now. Well, huh. Alright, if we both lose everything, then it doesn't matter, right? We're at 8 minutes and both supplies are below 50. I think Mr. L is going to start pulling ahead here as his Nexus is first. So as we get into a more macro side of the game, Mr. L will pull ahead. Oh, good pickups. Here we go. We're sending it in. Oh, we tag a disruptor. Taking out a disruptor with one of your purification novas is just so worth it. That's one less Nova that they have to ruin your day. We thought about picking up that stalker, but the prison was full. Women and children first, you know? Alright, here comes another Nova. Alright, Merrick is getting Blink on the back of this too. Nice save on the disruptors here. Pull back to the higher ground. Mr. L's supply is starting to get up there. Starting to look strong. Alright, both disruptors have fired. Merrick thinks, well, it's time to repay in kind. Oh, there we go. Finally, a disruptor connects. Oh. Great save. Oh, flanking disruptor. Oh, and it fired first. Alright, we'll trade 1 for 1. Now, I mean, the ultimate goal is that you don't actually lose your disruptors, but, you know, as long as you're trading 1 for 1. Especially while you're being the aggressor. Oh, alright, we got a stalker with that at least. It wasn't a total whiff. Alright, we have our own observer coming on up here. Oh, we can't let ours get shot first. Alright, we're going to warp in more. But at this point, this is devolving back into very, very old. Well, I say very old school. This is what StarCraft 2 looked like in PvP for many years. Until, like, what, 2-3 years ago when they changed the disruptor? What is this rally? I feel like this is half his issue. It's just that he would have a decent disruptor count if the disruptors weren't rallied to their death. Oh. Mr. L is connected. Oh, no. Yeah, Mr. L landed a massive Nova there while Merrick was trying and failing to land one. And that's a near total reset on tech units. Mr. L gonna jump on the opportunity to Nova his own stalkers. Love it. Very important thing to do. Oh, okay, we're going to blink forward. Merrick has more stalkers. Oh! Beautiful. Knowing he's going to try and blink forward to grab the disruptor, we send another Nova out. Love that. Alright, charge finishing up here for Mr. L. Charge is a bit of a double-edged sword when it comes to disruptor wars. It's like really good, but also you can do some really dumb things with it. Oh, oh, and it lives, and it lives. Alright, more stalkers warping in. Alright, we got some zealots here. Our zealots don't have charge yet. We're still 10 seconds out from that. So we gotta be careful about taking the fight here. Looks like Mr. L might not wait. Oh, charge completes just in time. Bonk. Bonk! That'll do it. Sometimes it is just about the big disruptor hits. GG's. Mr. L explaining how it's not a mistake he's made it this far and how he's really going to show that he can keep pushing. All right, Mr. L needs another 2 minutes. Players are always allowed to ask for breaks, so that is not a problem. We'll just sit here, drink our water, look at our puppy. Think about the fact that we still have a lot of cleaning to do. Right, Tolly? Don't sigh like that. You act like you go hungry. This world is terrible. Alright. There we go. We got the lobby. We just gotta wait for Mr. L. Didn't know that existed. Neat. Alright guys, sorry, I'm just checking on, making sure if seeing what's going on here. Making sure I didn't miss anything for any of the other matches that need to be talked about. Looks like we're fine. It looks like Mr. L is in, so we are good to go. Yo, Dada. How are we doing? Oh. Okay, so it comes through there. Neat. I tuned in a little bit for that. I've got USL going on my phone, obviously. You know, got to support the girlfriend. So, yeah, you know. I also tuned in and went, why are they doing blue versus blue? And no one's shift tabbing it. And then, like, it was impossible to watch. And I tuned out. And I then learned that it was a practice game, like to test lag and everything. And I went, oh. And by then I was setting up for this. But game number 2 for our semifinals is on the way. So let's get right on into it. That is not Jinx. That's just a blanket. That's Tolly. That's a blanket. Just one. Ooh, get me some data. Get me some. Make sure you come back tomorrow for IPSL qualifiers. In the top right-hand side, guys. 3-gate roboing did not work. Give it up for Merrick. Let's see if he tries it again. Bottom left, the man who played a macro game and won. See if he can do it again. He's got to do it 2 more times. It's Mr. L. Yeah, that's the funny thing about Jinx being black, is that anything that's just black on the camera looks like her. But no, she is out in the living room, presumably with her dad, my roommate. I don't even see her under my bed. I just checked. Alright, yep. Here comes... Oh. No, I guess here doesn't come the 3-gate robo. Nope, never mind. It's coming back. He just needed those minerals for something else. wait. Let's see the robo come down once the cyber core's finished. And robo. Beautiful. Truly wonderful. So the thing is, it really was going to work out well. And then he lost half his army trying to kill a pylon. So, yeah, didn't quite work out for him. So we'll see how this goes now. All right, we are scouting. We are looking. Yeah, remember the proxy's right here. Nope. We do not see it. Yeah, he's going around the world, but he is not going to the one place where the proxy is. Ouch. Alright, Adepts come in here. We're going to get 4 probes for 2 Adepts. Yeah, that's a good trade. I'll take that deal. Darn fine deal. We wait to build the gateway because the Phoenix is here. Yep, still hasn't seen it. He's got to be assuming something because money is just missing. Oh, he drops the 3rd gateway here instead of the wall. Neat. Four Stalkers, 2 Sentries versus 4 Stalkers and an Immortal. Alright, yeah, so he sees this coming. He's going to pull the boys. Beautiful save there. In the end, 1 Stalker will go down. And the fight continues. 5 probes down. We're already off to a, that's what we needed from this. Alright, this you gotta be careful about getting force fielded on the ramp. It's so dangerous in this kind of build. Because you're entirely relying on your Warp Prism Micro. Alright, well, now you're down 1 gateway. Oh, Immortals, Immortal versus Shield Battery. Alright, picking off Stalkers here. Oh, we have our own sentries, so haha. The ramp works against both of us. More Immortals coming. And this is more what you want your 3-gate robo to look like. Traded out against his gateways. We've traded out against the army. And at this point now you can walk in because he doesn't have enough. Oh, that was sad, but at the same time, we spent all that time targeting down the Immortal just for another one to come on. There's 3 Adepts here that are plowing away at workers. And another Immortal's going to show up here. We'll bring it right into the fight with the Prism. And of course, you know, America's going to win because he has the cooler Immortal skin. And that is absolute what decides fights like this. Couple of Zealots here for meat shielding. And Mr. L, maybe thinking about the next game, maybe figuring out what he did wrong, figuring out what's going to be a better counter for this. Because he knows the game's over, right? He knows it's because he didn't scout it. So the question is what's he going to think about this, right? Is he debating on how he's going to win next game? Is he going to just try and scout better? Is he just going to assume from the get-go that's going to be a 3-gate robo, which is not wrong. But he taps out. GG's. And now the real question is, yeah, what do you do against the 3-gate robo, right? Look at Tali. She moved. Now I have to move to the side so that way you can see her. Tali. Hi, girl. Oh, Jinx, I can see her little frog legs under the bed. She must have come in during the game. Tali, girl. You laying down? You trying to sleep? Am I bothering you? Tali. Who's a good girl? I think I'm bothering her. I think she's trying to sleep. My little lazy girl. Tali, do you want to break down all the boxes after? You go out there and cut them all up, you know? I think you'd be good at it. She has no idea. All right, here we go. All right. Spawning here in the top left-hand side of Persephone. Give it up for Merrick. 3-gate roboing his way to a victory. And in the bottom left, guys, we have Mr. L. The macro machine here, ready to take on the 3-gate robo. All right. No probe out in the map yet. Huh? Doesn't even send that one out in the map. So Merrick obviously knows that he's done this build twice in a row. Does he think he can get away with it a third time? Oh, oh. Alright, both players. 2 gates, Cybercore. Is the mind game just to not cheese here? Or maybe you go 3-gate robo in base. Is that also a mind game? Like the second pylon's built at home. Mr. L, sneak a pylon in his base. Just put a pylon down here. You'll never notice it. I think Mr. L is just a little confused. Like, oh, I haven't been scouted. I haven't seen a proxy robo yet. I haven't seen any probes leave the proxy robo. He's got to be a little confused at this point. I mean, it's possible he just, you know, Organ comes in, gets 6, 7, 8 probes. Maybe not. Merrick looks a little bit more ready than that. We'll see how it goes. Twilight Council going down here. Scout comes in as the Oracle goes out. Alright, we do see the Stargate. We see it's not building, so you know that the Oracle's already out. Oh, no. No! We killed one probe and lost it. Well, that's unfortunate. Merrick does have his natural already, which is well ahead of Mr. L. I feel like Merrick's winning this game, but the supply doesn't agree with that. But I think that's going to change very quickly. No one expects the second Oracle. Actually did, that's why I built the battery. Alright, Stalkers Adepts at the front. Adepts shooting, go ahead and actually shade in. That's kind of crazy knowing that there's a bunch of army up here still. Alright. Now what's Mr. L to do at a time like this? Send the Oracle back in? Cool. I think honestly a stasis trap would work so much better for him. It does feel like Merrick's a bit late on the pull here. He's not actually pulling his workers. He's just late on getting army up here. And so, Stasis Ward might actually do him some good. We got charge and +1 coming on up here. More gateways, but no tech buildings. Just the Stargate. Oh, there it is. There's the forge. Alright, we got batteries for days. No one really wants to move out. We've hit that point in PvP where no one wants to move out. And it's not like you lose if you move out first, but if you can get them to attack into you, you're in a great spot. Nice. Oh! Oh! Oh. Rip the boy. Alright, both players getting their robos. Oh. I am getting messages. They need to stop because I am in the middle of telling you guys about this incredible PvP. Alright, here comes a bunch of blue Protoss across the map. And Mr. L still technically ahead on supply, but it's all in workers, right? Oh. Cash around warp and solves that, I guess, but it does feel like Merrick is behind when he doesn't really need to be, right? You killed 2 Oracles, 2 Adepts, and only lost 7 probes. Like, that's great. Nice snipe on the the ward. Alright, we just turned on the pulsar beam. Oh, bye Oracle. And now it's just blink micro. Both players blinking their hearts out. Merrick, though, with a bigger round of reinforcements here in his warp in. Take out the robo, giving us some better surface area to actually get this fight going. We have charge lots coming in here for Mr. L, which are nice. They add a lot because they eat so many stalker shots. And that is enough to get Merrick here pushed back. We blink forward and grab the prism. What? Alright. And now it's just chase him down. Alright, we have zealots of our own. And that don't know how to run nearly as well as the other zealots do, apparently, for some reason. Alright. Another prism on the way. Both players still on 2 bases. Look at this. Mains getting kind of low. The naturals are okay for now, but not great for sure. Gonna need to invest in expansions here for both players, but both of them more interested in fighting than expanding. Both players committing to the 2 base all-ins. Merrick checking. He's like, you gotta have an expand, right? Like, how are you in this game without an expand? Alright, we had a big old army here. We have a lot of zealots in the back is a big issue here. Archons, that's going to be huge. Look at how much army he's derping in the back here from Merrick. He's trying to push into this beautiful choke that Mr. L has set up. Mr. L just waits, lets all the zealots run in, die, and then he's going to push on out. And since we're now fighting in the open field, his zealots have a lot better chance. Everyone cuddle together on the heal platform. All right. Here we go. The prism's coming in. Oh, let's get a warp in first. And the thing is that obviously you have a choke going into your natural, but it's not. Merrick doesn't really have any buildings or Sim City here. Not in the same way that Mr. L does. We're just going to keep warping in zealots until we win the fight here. Third base coming on up, but won't matter too much. Good disruptor hit, it looks like happened here. Alright, we're just going to recall the prism. 15 workers killed, though. That's a lot. Well, that's just rude. Mr. L's just going to go home after this. Got a third base up. 3 Nexuses. What? What? What'd that pylon do to you? Yeah, Mr. L so far playing a little bit better of a game. I mean, he's lost a lot of probes. He's lost his oracles. But somehow he just keeps winning fights, you know? It's not like he's got this massive upgrade advantage. They're both on +2. He is just a master when it comes to taking the fights. Alright, here we go. We're going to group up over here. Oh, the scout just misses the army. He's scooping down here to make sure there's no base here. The thing is, Merrick is trying to get his third base up. It is much later. He has nothing at home. Alright, does he recall or does he send it? He's going to send it. Base trade, baby. Oh, there's a DT in the mix. There's a couple of DTs in the mix. Well, DTs are really good in base trade scenarios. So, yeah, it's unfortunate. Robo gets sniped here. Look at all these zealots derping. Trying to get on the Nexus because he's just right-clicking it down. Alright, he's going to initiate the recall. Oh. Yeah, it's just a ramp. GG. Mr. L bringing the series 2-1. Oh, man. I don't know. It felt like Merrick did really good in his defenses there, but every fight just went Mr. L's way. And sometimes that's all you really need is just the fights to go your way. Hi, girl. She's looking at me. Right, Ty? Yes, you're looking at me. Jinx has disappeared under the bed fully at this point. Consumed by the monster underneath. Or she is the monster underneath. I haven't actually figured that one out yet. Ty, do you have a list of crimes that you've committed recently for our chat here? I know you've committed a few. Including laying on me at 7 in the morning after coming back in. Yeah, I know. You woke me up because you just went right on top of me this morning after Jace took you out. And she was so happy about it too. She's like, cuddle time? Bump. Like, hi girl, lay next to me. There is actually enough bed for all three of us. Unfortunately for my girlfriend, there's not enough space for a fourth person, so it's just me and the girls. All right, here we go. Next game. Taking it sweet old time. We're getting there. There we go. All right, guys, here we go. Game number 4. All right, spawning here in the top right-hand side with the blue probes. Can he bring it back to match point? Give it up for Merrick. And in the bottom left, all he has to do is win one more, and it's his. Can he do it? It's Mr. L. All right, here we go. All right, so the probes do see each other. I like this. If Mr. L was paying attention, he saw the probe go down to the right? Merrick's going to go ahead and send it up to the top now. Knowing that Mr. L likes that early scout. Let's see what the plan here is. Mr. L looking around again like, no, you're not gonna mess me up with a macro game again, are you? Right? You wouldn't do that. Alright, come on. Wait, are we gonna drop a Nexus or a Robo? He just spent all his money on Stalkers, so I guess it's gonna be a few more minutes or moments. There's the Robo. Mr. L still scouting around like, where's your second pylon? Alright. Got him. Probe scouting around. Currently isn't set to come over here yet, but where's it going? Oh, just over there. It might find this. This isn't exactly too far out of the way. Now, do you destroy one of the cooling towers to break the mineral so you can walk straight through? I think it's worth it. You had to kill the cooling tower and then you have to kill the rocks. The rocks are what? 1,000? 1,500? Nope. Doesn't see it that time. Yeah. Swing and a miss. I mean, the Phoenix will fly right over this Immortal. Yeah. Alright, now that you know everything you need to know, this is where the fun begins. Mr. L opened Robo. Way in the back here. Now he's got an Immortal too. Meanwhile, Merrick's got a supply block. Love that. All right. Lots of juggling happening here. Couple of misses on both sides, resulting with some dead units. Oh, the Adepts are going to get in. We have to react to the Adepts because he can just burn down a bunch of probes. And he is. But at the same time, we could... Mr. Immortal, you want to help? We could have absolutely taken down that second gateway if the Immortal was firing. And if you take down both gateways, well, then Mr. L's just in a world of pain. But as it stands right now, it's just an inconvenient spot. Although he didn't rebuild his gateways in time, so that does hurt. Alright, nice force field on the ramp here to make sure nothing sneaks up while he's dealing with the Adepts. We will elevator up a couple of Immortals. We almost have enough energy for another force field. It is 50 energy. We're at 48. And there it is. See? Now it's colored. Alright, right now Mr. L has more units. However, we have disruptors. And disruptors can absolutely swing any fight. It's kind of like one of their key features. It would be better if we were grabbing these immortals and bringing them forward to juggle on top of this army. Alright, next disruptor kind of waddles its way in. Alright, Mr. L now also has a disruptor. And the point of disruptors at this point isn't to get big hits. If you get them, obviously it's cool, but... Oh, the disruptor Nova's kissed. That's cute. I mean, yeah, these pickoffs are good, but the main thing you want with a disruptor is to, you know, force him to either fall back or fight in, right? And it looks like Mr. L is just not able to get anything going here. We do have an observer here from Eric, so he sees what's going on. Whoa! He cancels the Nova to save the boy. Oh, now that's a hit. 2 stalkers and a disruptor. Alright. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, stalkers not exactly known for being good against immortals. Alright, we bait out a recall and we're just gonna leave. Lots of probes not mining here. Which doesn't matter because we're out of minerals, but... Yeah, both main bases starting to... Oh, because he walled himself. These units are actually stuck. So it was actually a great moment for Mr. L to... Ooh, a Phoenix. I like that. Alright. Lose the prism. Alright, we're going to get 1 disruptor here. Tully, or Jinx, are you starting problems over there? Alright, here we go. Merrick, ready to send it on over. Ooh. Just paying attention. And he's incredibly up in army supply. Mr. L's been making a lot of workers, but workers don't save you from disruptor shots. Alright, we'll grab 1 disruptor for our troubles. Yeah, I don't like this here for Mr. L at all. There's way too little army, so many probes. Like, you know your opponent's all inning you. Why are you trying to do this? You know, I feel like he just knew what he should do and then just didn't, you know? If you know you're getting all in, you don't want to macro up and expand. You don't want to go to 30-something workers and try and drop a natural. Like, you're just going to get run over, you know? I think he knows that. GG. That means we are going to game number 5. Oh boy. We're going all the way, right, Jinx? Right, Jinx? Look at her. Now she's on the bed. Right, Jinx? Right, Jinx? Bye, Tolly. Alright, bye, Tolly. I'm sorry. It was me talking to your sister that bad? Jinx. Jinx! Ah! She's not gonna try and lick me hand. No, she just wants to sploof all over the bed. Alright, guys. Game number 5. Here we go. We've got the lobby. Alright, guys. Waiting on Mr. L here. What, Jinx? What, girl? What? You gonna stare at me and wiggle your butt? Yeah, she does that a lot, actually. Alright, guys. We're waiting on our player, and we can get game number 5 underway. There he is. Can you just lick your lips at me? You don't even eat your breakfast. You can't be hungry. Alright, here we go. Game number 5, guys. This third place match has gone all the way. Every game is being played today. Now the question is, who's going to come out of the final game on top? And will it be Mr. L, the Macro Machine, or is it going to be Merrick, the 3-gate Robo Menace? Let's find out. Come on. There we go. Come on, fingers. Work. Dang it. Work. Spawning here in the top left-hand side. Our Macro Machine. Can he do it? Can he take the series? It is Mr. L. And in the bottom right, guys, our 3-gate Robo Menace. Is he going to make more Immortals, more Disruptors, and just win? Give it up for Merrick. All right. Let's see what we get here. Well, I have a guess. I have a guess as to what we're getting here. Mr. L just needs to remember it's an all-in. You just gotta keep holding the all-in. Scout for other bases. If he's not expanding, you don't want to. Because that's how you lose. Alright, Cybercore coming on up here. All nice and standard. Scouts here, sees no second pylon. Should know immediately. Ah, you've hidden something. Neat. Now, can he suss it out, or can he find it? Let's see what happens. All right, he is going to go right past it as long as he doesn't change the path of his probe. So keep an eye on that. Second pylon here. I like that. Obviously, you got to remember the one game he did depower those gateways, and it got a little spicy. There it is. Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner. You should be going Stargate against 3-Gate Robo, I feel like. A Void Ray or Phoenix or anything like that is going to be so much better than matching Immortals for Immortals. Immortals don't shoot up. Get a unit that's up, you know? I feel like that's the simple answer. Alright, Stalker showing up. Immortal about to pop. Alright, here we go. Double Adept. This is an interesting idea. Stalker Sentry, Adept, Adept. Alright, now we're going to wait for the Prism. Alright, are we going to make an hallucination and send it out? Or are we going to save the energy for force fields? No. No. I mean, we get lucky here that we don't get force fielded out of our own base, but like... Whew. We got a little lucky there. But that will... This is like game one, right? Where Merrick spent way too much trying to get that pylon. Oh, that was a silly way to lose an Immortal. All right. Alright, we're just going to send it into the mineral line. Cancel, but we've forced... Oh. We actually let one of them finish? Two of them finish? Grab a gateway and go. Call it a grab and go. Alright. Gonna push on in here. Doesn't stand us losing that Immortal, man. I really also think you just need to go Stargate. Like, trying to fight Immortals with Immortals, it's just, I guess the guy who's proxying you, I'm not convinced that's the... You can get a Disruptor shot, but I think the constant DPS of a Void Ray going... Yo, my God. Yeah, well, that about seals it. GG. Merrick wins. GG's. Oh, man. Really good third place match. And in the end, the man with the proxies wins. But we still have one more series to go, chat. We have one more. And that is going to be our final match. And that's got Inexorable and... Who's the other one? Oh, Toss Tear, of course. Guys, we have one more match. Where is it? There it is. So we just saw this. We'll go ahead and just plug this in real quick. Very good series. And we have one more. And we will get to it after a quick break, guys. We're going to get everything set up here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, guys. Our players are ready. So let's go right ahead and tell them get the finals going. Yeah, it's Inexorable versus Toss Tear. Yeah, it's not a PvP. I don't know what to do, guys. This is not a PvP. In fact, we have a Terran in the game, and I'm a little scared. The last Terran we had today, kind of got Protossed. So, hopefully it goes a little bit better for our boy here. But let's find out. All right. Spawning here in the top right-hand side. Sending out an STV already. Love it. Yeah, it's representing Eximus Gaming. Give it up for Inexorable. Oh, yeah. And in the bottom left, about to get Proxy Racks to give it up for Toss Tear. All right. Oh, no, he's just going to go for the super quick Nexus block, I guess. All right. That is a thing you can do. Block any sort of Nexus before core shenanigans or anything, I guess. Oh. Oh, it's going to be this kind of series, ain't it? I'm here for it, chat. I'm so here for it. This is going to be great. Probe scouting around. I think the probe saw the SCV, so he's probably assuming that there might be something out in the map. Nope, just an eBay in your natural. All right. Let's see what we have in store here. A stalker, all right. Let's see. Nope, it's not going to find it. It's just going to go straight across. Try and get some work done to stop this eBay from dying. Oh, that's big. That's big. All right, we harass one probe and then leave. Oh, our Marine's a little too forward. I don't like that. We're losing a lot of SCVs here. Yeah, I mean, at this point, you just let the bunker do its thing. Oh, that's a stalker down. Alright, we're going Cyclone. Now, mind you, we are still playing on the ladder patch, which means the Cyclone is still very good. So, there's plenty of potential here with a Cyclone. Alright, Cyclone into tank. 2 Marines in the bunker. Alright, bye Zealot. My question is he going to go for the gateway? Yeah, he should be. He's being careful though, just in case there's army over here waiting. Alright, that pylon's toast. Alright. Kill the pylon, go home. Mission accomplished. World saved. Bender to the bunker. Nice. Thurax coming up here with Stim. Alright, Scouting Phoenix. And what's Protoss's plan here? Just big macro energy. Lots of gateways. A lot of gateways. We got charge. We're not getting blink. So I guess he wants to try and run him over with a charge timing, but we have all of these we have 3 stalkers and 2 zealots. The heck do you plan on running over? I mean, I guess, you know, he's got a lot of gateways finishing, but You come over here, you use your warp prism to power the warp gate. Oh, come on. Just come over here, power the warp gate. You get an extra warp in. This is a fight. This is certainly one of the fights of all time. But look at how much the Zealots are just derping. They're just running in circles. They end up trying to kill some SCVs. They don't kill any of the tanks. Oh, toss tear. This was not the play. This is, though. Getting some Zealots in the main is huge. Alright, but it looks like an extra bull. It's just going to do the Terran thing where you all in. You just take what you got and shove it across the map and hope for the best. Alright, here we go. We brought the boys. Oh, Archons. Archons can be a little bit messy. When your army consists of SCVs and Marines, Archons are really good. Oh, one tank. Yeah, nope. GG. What a clean push from Toss here. Well, the push wasn't so great. The warping in the main, however, that's what did it. Oh, I've lost both of my dogs. They're off puppying somewhere else, I guess. Yeah, man, just Zealots are a good unit. You just got to get them in the right spot. The right spot isn't circling around in front of SCVs. It's actually killing them. Who could have seen that coming? All right, here we go, guys. Game number 2. We're going to get right on into it. Watch these guys go hand to hand another time. Although maybe not as literally as side blades to drills, but maybe we'll get that again. Who knows? Here we go. Spawning here in the bottom right hand side, guys, with the yellow SCVs. Give it up for Inexorable. Put up one hell of a fight, but didn't quite get it. And in the top left, guys, with Zealots and Archons, he's crushing it. The true Protoss mentality. Give it up for Toss Tear. Alright, last game, we thought it was going to be a proxy and it was just a block. This game, it's going to be a proxy. Oh, second STV coming out here. We're doubling the proxy. Twice the proxy, double the units. Good, good. Proxy 2 racks, so we're going to go Reapers, I assume. Yeah, with only one gas, we should be going Reapers here. Toss Tear just going to go ahead and drop his Nexus down. And now, you should never lose to just Proxy 2 racks, but yeah. Oh. Oh no, it's going to be Marauders. This is a potential game ending. Don't you need both gases for I thought you needed both gases for Proxy Marauders. Because Concussive Shell is just kind of expensive. We'll see. Terran players know how to cheese better than me, so. Yeah, good. A little broke. Alright, here we go. Now we got Marauder protection going. Concussive Shell is over halfway done. We're working on what? Our Stalker? Yeah, it's our first one. Concussive Shells in 10 seconds. Alright, 3 Marauders, 2 SCVs, and Concussive Shells. Let's send it. Come on. This is where your army is the best. You can't let him start building up or scout you. The worst thing that can happen for Terran is just get scouted before it hits. You got it. Oh, he's pulling boys too. Oh, man. Alright, this is going to be the all-in. Gateway goes down. It's just a Stalker in a Sentry. With another Stalker coming. Gets in there. He's going to cancel the Gateway. And unfortunately with this Sentry, you know. Oh! That first one was not good. Oh, you live here now. Alright, well. Force field out. Since we had to use 2, we are out of force field. Now remember, probes will actually beat Marauders if they can get a good surround. Honestly, fighting into a corner here is not the worst, as long as you can keep... Yeah, look at this. Probes aren't even touching these guys at all. Alright, we're going to go for a Chad Ray. GG. Inexorable takes game number 2. In a fun proxy Marauder play, which is magnifique. Proxy Marauder is actually probably my favorite proxy Terran can do. I love proxy Marauder. There's something about it. It's just fun. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's just fun. Alright, guys. Here we go. Players want no chill. They just want more games. So game 3 is coming at you quick. Alright. Here we go, everyone. Get ready. Game number 3. Are we going to get more proxy shenanigans? Are we going to get some macro play? Or are we going to get something else entirely? Not sure what else you can get, really, besides proxy or macro. But let's find out. Spawning here. Top right-hand side, guys. Yellow SCVs. Give it up for Inexorable. Bottom left, with the probes, it's Toss Tear. Alright. No SCVs going out immediately. It looks like we're actually going to get, well, not a proxy. At least not from the Terran side yet. Rodos, just a normal scout. All right. What are we gonna do here? Probe gets in. Zap, zap, zap away. Oh, we get the probe instead. The SCV lives with 1 HP. Get out of here, probe. Right. Protoss got his Nexus going. Terran. Infrastructure into command center. I mean, factory into CC feels a little bit late, but we'll see what he does with it. Yeah, I mean, 21 CC. I don't know. Maybe it's because I like to play greedy, but I feel like that's a little late. Alright, he comes in. The sentry scares it away. Not really sure you should be scared of a sentry, but yeah. I think the Reaper wins a one-on-one against the sentry. 1-1-1 with Cyclone coming on up here. Alright, bonk. Alright, Medevac, Marine, Cyclone. We're gonna go for like the 4 Marine Cyclone push. You drop this in like the side of their base or something, and you just ruin Protoss' hopes and dreams. Or we can go for like a right up the middle push. If we wait a second, the tank will be out. We can grab that and bring it with us, which might be the plan. Yeah, it looks like that's the plan. Well, Protoss now knows the plan fully through and through. Wouldn't hate to see a second battery go down. You know he's about to just run into you. Yeah, this is just throw it on a second battery. You can try and be out here, but like, yeah, this is a disaster for Toss Tear. Honestly, an Inexorable should really be pushing up. Like, you put the tank like here, like really get in there. All right, here we go. We're bringing boys. That's how you know it's a Terran build. All right. The tank-friendly fire is going to be a problem with these Zealots. I love seeing a Viking loaded into a medevac. Something that's canonically smaller than a Viking. Hi, Tolly. Bye, Tolly. Alright, everyone gets healed. We go back in again. Oh, here comes an invisible man. Do we have a scan? No, we don't. Ah! That's unfortunate. GG. Invisible man strikes again. Can't believe it. I cannot believe it. Well, actually, I can. That is the most Protoss way to win a game. Oh, man. All right, guys. That puts us on match point. Right now, Inexorable down. Toss Tear easily can take the series. All he has to do is win one more game. Inexorable has to win 2. Can he do it? It's going to be a challenge, but well, if there's anyone up for a challenge, it's always a Terran player, man. They love challenges, especially when they're stupid challenges. So let's see how it goes. Alright, spawning here in the top left-hand side with the yellow SUVs. Give it up for Inexorable. Bottom left, guys, we have Toss Tear. Alright. Let's see how this goes. So far, so standard. Nothing proxied. Probe's finding its way over here, seeing what's up. Well, he made it in. He's like, well, what do I do now? I didn't expect to get this far. You really want to make a Terran mad, drop a pylon here. It's very inefficient. It makes no sense, but they'll get so mad because they have to move their barracks to put their add-on down. And to me, that's hilarious. All right. Protoss not doing anything too fancy here. We're just getting our natural, doing our thing. All right. Terran building a CC on the high ground. Everything looks normal over here. Another 1-1-1. Let's see if he goes for another crazy all-in, which I know it's Terran player, of course he is. However, we never know how crazy or how all-in it's gonna be. It's gonna involve Hellions. You gotta go Marauders, and you gotta go like a Hellbat Marauder play. Like it's Zerg. Oh, Mines. Alright, this is going to be a neat little army comp. Reaper, Hellion, Marines, Mines, Medevac. Not sure what he's looking for over there, but there we go. Away we go. Liberator coming on up behind this, along with a tech lab for the factory. Alright, we killed the Phoenix. What do we have here? Gateway's coming online. Got a lot of gateways and a robo coming on up here. Well, depending on what we build from the gateways, this mine might cause an issue. Oh, we could have retargeted that. Oh, we almost got the medevac. Oh, yeah, we did get the medevac in the end. No, we didn't. It actually escaped. 13 probes ain't nothing. Alright, now stalkers are going to go across. Holly, what are you doing, bro? Alright, another 5 probes down. A lot of lost mining time. Alright. What are we going to do? Blink in here? Tank. Tank. Thank you. Thank you very much. Alright, charge is coming on up here. What is that, Storm? No, he just chrono boosted nothing. Love that. There it is. Now there's Storm. The end of the chrono. Oh, man. Protoss players, man. We're never going to beat the allegations. Okay. Warp Prism. Zealots or Depths? Zealots. Alright. Gonna go for the main, I assume. Wait, what the heck did I miss here? Like what? Oh. He pokes in there, loses that. I guess he just feels so out of it. Yeah, I don't know. GG. Not sure what that one was. All right, guess we go to game 5. I don't know, I just work here. All right, guys, game number 5 is loading. I am slouching. There we go, that looks better. I have no puppies, just me, you, and some beautiful StarCraft. I don't see the issue. So let's go ahead and get into game number 5. Our finals going all the way. Full series. Here we go. All right. Spawning here in the bottom left-hand side. For all the marbles. Can he do it? It is inexorable. Top right. Maybe psyching himself out. Maybe just not convinced he really had an option there. Give it up for Toss Tear. All right. There we are. Sorry, I had to respond to something real quick. All right. Nothing proxied. Nothing too crazy. At least to start. Alright. Probe's gonna get in here. Marine first. Interesting. Nope. Lol. Cancel the Marine, go straight into Reactor. That's interesting. This poor sad probe wants to get in. Let me in. Let me in. All right. We're still just zapping away at it. Alright. We're gonna let the probe think it's doing damage. We drop a hat on it and it's fully healed, right? And then that poor probe feels useless. Alright. And now comes the worst part about TVP for Protoss. Trying to figure out what all-in Terran is going to throw at you. Because you know it's going to be an all-in. Of course it is. That's just all they do. But what kind of all-in? The world may never know. Alright, Hallucination comes in, sees Marines in a tank. The problem is this is a map with a ramped natural. That makes all of these pushes a little bit harder for Terran. Doable? Yes. Harder? Yes. Alright, we brought some boys. Just you, me, and all these SCVs. Oh, we're going to set up on the ridge over here. I love that spot. That should reach like here, right? Yeah, there's the dots. Yeah, he just needs to provide vision. Remember, tanks can shoot further than they can see. And that's just because they're blind. But the good thing StarCraft 2 doesn't have high ground advantage like Brood War does. Imagine missing 70% of your shots trying to take down this gateway. Alright, Vyncke is here. We're just going to evacuate the natural. Alright, we're going to put some forward bunkers down. Alright, the SCVs take the brunt of the Zealots, but there's more Zealots than there are Marines. They're slowly going down, but oh, we load up a lot of our Marines and save them. Alright, Terran hits Siege. It's really the only button you need to hit to win the game. Alright, Natural is down. Invisible Man. Ah, we have a scan this time. Ah, we learned. Alright, but do we have second scan? Oh, no, I don't think we have second scan, chat. Hi, girls. We might not have second scan. We don't have second scan. GG. And with that, with Invisible Men, Protoss wins the series 3-2. GG's. Oh, man. What a great series. What a great day for StarCraft. You know, it was a bit shorter, but we had a lot of fun. We had some good games. We had a great series. Oh, Doomrat's live. Oh, we're going to go show him some love. Oh, my mouse died. Whoops. Did not know my mouse was almost dead. It was not flashing colors. like it's supposed to. Well, guys, thank you all for hanging out. Everyone go show Doomrat some love. It was an incredible tournament today. I appreciate you all for being here. Thank you all. Guys, tomorrow, Brood War IPSL qualifier number 3. Make sure you tune in for that. It's going to be a great time. And until next